Hey, hi, hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess. My room is still a mess. I've ordered bookshelves and I don't even want to talk about why they're not here yet. But this is the start of a vlog. So I was like, you know, sometimes I just run out of ideas, and there's some other people on this platform who are very creative. And so I did a poll to ask what creator they want me to take some of their video ideas to do myself, and who won the poll was Books and Lala, which I'm sure most of you know. She has endless creativity and I am so jealous. But I did a poll and of some of her videos, and two of them won. One of them was her video that was rereading my favorite books from 10 years ago. So this was her looking back. Once she had been on YouTube for 10 years, I have not been on YouTube for 10 years, but just looking back at my favorites. Now, it is the year 2026, so 10 years ago would be 2016. However, I didn't start tracking my books on Goodreads until 2017. So technically, it's 9 years ago. We're gonna go with it. So I was going through and looking at my 5-star reads for 2017. And some of these I have reread, so if I know that I've reread them since then they're not going to be in the running. Like Dark Fever and Shadow Fever by Karen Marie Moaning. I've reread all of those since 2017 and still held up, still were amazing, so I'm not going to read those. Other ones on this list. Now, do I still have them? I think so. But Akamath by Sarah Janet, I'm not rereading that one. We can go ahead and take that one off the list. I'm not rereading Akamath, but that was a 5-star read for me in 2017. The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys, The Light Between Oceans by M.L. Stedman, and The FOXHOLE Court by Nora Sakovic. Now again, these are not all of them. There are other ones on the list. I just have already read them or don't want to. Like, I started rereading, this was the first year that I read Theft of Swords. That was 2017 was when I first read Theft of Swords, and I have reread it since then. So obviously that holds up. I don't need to reread it. Other favorites, Dark Matter. At the time, that was a 5-star. I don't think I want to reread it simply because I recently watched the adaptation, and I just don't know if rereading it, not like this adaptation is the same as the book, but it feels refreshed, so I'm not gonna do that one. Some other things. Love and Gelato, I reread in 2017. Did I? No, Love and Gelato I read in 2017, but that one was, I don't know. I had picked up the book, we had gone on a vacation, and we were in Florence, Italy, where the book is set, and I read it, and I just feel like that affected my love of that book. Because I read the next one and I didn't love it as much, and I just feel like I don't read as much young adult anymore, that one wouldn't land for me, so I'm just gonna leave that one there. And then I obviously, The Good Daughter, I don't know if that was 5 stars or not. Okay, I gave that one 4 stars, so that doesn't need to be. Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas, I'm not rereading that. I'm not. Now, I do have these books by Marissa Meyer on here. The Cress, I don't know what that's called. The Lunar Chronicle series. Now, I did give Cress 5 stars. However, I'm not just gonna, that's the 3rd one in the series. I would like to reread those someday, but I just think for this video, I obviously have read all 4 of them. But I don't want to just jump back in reading the 3rd one. And the first one, I think I just gave 4 stars, so I'm not going to add that one to this video. And that's really it for like ones that were 5-star reads for me. So on the list we have left The Light Between Oceans, Salt to the Sea, A Monster Calls, Illuminae, Foxhole Court, Nevernight, Eliza and Her Monsters, The Hate You Give. Now I'm going to see if I own all of these and then decide what I'm going to read, because I think 3 is probably good for me. And then obviously if I decide to DNF one, I can have another one to back up. But first I need to see if I even still own all of these, which I think I do. But obviously my books are on piles on the floor, so this should be interesting. Look right there on the top. Well, is that a sign? And here's the thing is I do want to reread the Rhyria Revelations or all the time, but I need to finish the Rhyria Chronicles, which I've read the first two. And so I think I need to continue with this one. So for now, I won't be rereading that original series, although I do love it. So let's see what we find. So we obviously already found A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. This also wouldn't take super long. I do remember sobbing while I was reading this. What else was on the list? The Light Between Oceans, Salt of the Sea. I know that I saw Salt of the Sea recently. Oh, right here. Okay. Another one that I remember sobbing. Is this a theme here? Oh. Say what you want about J. Kristoff. I fucking love this book. I think have I reread it? I don't remember, but I love this. What else? The Foxhole Court by Nora Sakovic. Nevernight is over there. Like, it's on the bottom. So let's go ahead and rule that one out simply because I'm not getting that from out there. Where did my historical fiction pile go? That was Andrew calling about food. I found it. The Light Between Oceans. All right, what else? Okay, I'm getting a little warm, but here is what we have gotten down to. We've eliminated some based on I have reread them since 2017. Others, just not rereading that right now. And then some I could not find or it was at the bottom of the pile. So I have Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. This, look how ugly I used to tab a book. Blech. I just feel like this one was a young adult book about anxiety maybe? I don't remember much about it. I just remember it feeling impactful at the time. So I don't know if this would still hit as a even more adult than last time. A Monster Calls, my God. Is this technically middle grade? It was written by Patrick Ness, inspired by idea from Siobhan Dowd, illustrations by Jim Kay, and he does such good illustrations. And this is so fucking sad, but sometimes you need to cry. So, strong contender. The Light Between Oceans, I'm pretty sure this is historical fiction about somebody at working at a lighthouse? Let's see. So, returns to Australia and takes a job as a lighthouse keeper. This isolated island where the supply boat comes once a season. So he's living there with his wife, and then a baby basically washes up on shore. I just remember loving this. I don't remember a lot about it. The Foxhole Court. I remember this fondly as a problematic fave because I read this obviously before I was on BookTube. I was reading it with people on Instagram, and it's funny because I think now the author has published like a follow-up series or like a sequel series to this. I think there's at least 2 books out. Maybe there's gonna be a 3rd. I feel like I really want to reread this because what a time in 2017. So I can't imagine what it feels like reading this now. Illuminate is just fucking good, okay? This is one of the best audiobooks ever produced for this series. This was the first book where I read mixed media. I remember seeing it in the bookstores and being like, what the fuck? But it just is so interesting, and I fucking love Aiden. I love, this, and I feel like I might have purchased the audiobooks during like an Audible sale. So I think I already have it in like this is like best book to hybrid read. Okay, Lord, this camera's been running the whole time. Somebody rang the doorbell. It was the landlord's about our lock because it's malfunctioning. Okay, where were we? Okay, I was talking about Illuminate. Last one, Salt of the Sea, Ruta Sepetys. This was, she wrote this about one of the largest maritime disasters that wasn't as well known in 1945. And this was about the Wilhelm Gustloff. I can't remember where this takes place. It's set in the midst of a Soviet advance. But so this is a young adult historical fiction, but I just remember that this was really sad also. Okay, so obviously I was just sobbing in 2017. So out of these, the top ones that I want to read immediately or reread are these. Illuminate, Salt of the Sea. What's that? That one. What is it called? A Monster Calls and The Foxhole Court. So I was saying 3, but like these 4 call to me. Now, when I proposed this to my patrons, I said April, May video idea because I knew I'm just not fast, although I do have a second one. That's going to be a separate one. But yes. I think I also watched this movie with Andrew and sobbed as well. But this one is short. So is this one. I mean, and these are all like this. Look at the font, you know? So they're not like super long. So I was originally going to be like, oh, this is going to be hard. I'm going to do a poll. But my spirit decided that we have 2 sad. And then we have sci-fi adventure and mess. So I'm excited to revisit these. It's been a long time, and of course I will update y'all with my thoughts. I'm realizing I think I deleted the footage from me reading A Monster Calls. I can't find it anywhere. So the recap basically is I still really enjoyed it. I wouldn't give it 5 stars if I read it today, but I think that's impacted from I already knew what was going to happen. I knew what, you know, the meaning was, but it still was like, I still think it's well written. It's so heartbreaking. It's still really enjoyable. So I'm not going to change my rating, but yeah, I don't know what happened to all my clips. So there's the short synopsis of that one. Hello. It has been so long since I have vlogged for this vlog. I am so sorry, but we're getting back to this. I did not mark where I think I only read like a chapter or 2 of this, and then I put it down to prioritize other things, and now we are back. It's May 21st. So I'm putting other things to the side, and this is my primary focus for today, is reading this book. So I didn't leave a thing, but I'm pretty sure, let's see. Okay, we're just gonna say I'm around here, page 49. So I have 200 pages to go, so I'm gonna get started on that. And then I had messaged Andrew. He said, what do you mean? What the hell you mean you swallow glass? I think it finally happened where there's glass in my coffee. Although I can't see anything on this. There's like this little piece of, I don't know what else would it be. It's not ice. I don't know if it's, I don't know, but now I'm like, does my throat hurt? Oh my God, am I gonna die? So I'm just gonna get rid of this. Okay, I came down and changed my laundry, and I had the straw, and then I had the 2 others that I had still on the sink, and I was looking at them just to see if I could tell any difference. And I was like, first, I was like, they all have the same length, but then I looked, and I found the exact, like this little, you probably can't even see a little divot out of it. This was the exact size of the piece that I found in my mouth. So I'm hoping that it was just this, because I didn't feel anything else. And then I just found that in my mouth. This is the exact size, this little piece that's out, because I tried to call the nurse advice line again, and it just, I stayed there, and it just hung up. So I'm like, it says that it's supposed to be 24 hours, but I guess not. But anyway, so that's the only difference that I see in this one versus the other one. So I'm getting rid of these for sure. And it's crazy because I had heard months ago on TikTok, somebody was like, get rid of your glass straws. And I try not to get caught up in the alarmist stuff online. And I was like, oh no, that has never happened to me. It happened. It happened to me. Okay, hello. Sorry I look like this, but I'm just reading. And I have reached page 102. Oh, what a mess. I don't remember when she published this. I read this in 2017. Does it have a publishing date on it? Oh, it says copyright 2013. And so the only thing I remembered about it was centered around this game. It's supposed to be set in South Carolina. And the one kid, Andrew, is basically a psychopath. She's insane. And so it's just so messy. Is the writing great? No. Are there some things people in here be like, oh, that is so problematic that they said this, and this? Yes. Am I still enjoying it? Yes. I am, because it's a fucking mess. If you don't know what this is, our main character, Neil, is he's basically an orphan. His dad is alive, but he's like this notorious gangster murderer man. His mom is dead and he's on the run. So him and his mom were on the run. His mom died and he's been on the run by himself as a youth. So he has like a fake name. He's dyed his hair. He has contacts, whatever. He was somehow getting away with this at this high school and he was playing this sport, XC. And basically, I think he was like sleeping in an abandoned house. So he basically gets a full ride, like a scholarship to the school, Palmetto State University. Again, this is supposed to be in South Carolina, to play XC. And he's like, he doesn't want to go because as you find out, there's reasons. Like, his father is notorious. He's worried people are going to notice him. He doesn't want to be like on a more public stage because they're part of the NCAA, but he ends up going. And so far, I just got to the part where the rest of the team shows up. He's met some of the team and the rest of the team is showing up. But there's always something because, again, Andrew, the character in here, is insane. Another character, Kevin, he crazy too. Everybody got trauma. This whole team, like the whole team at this Palmetto State, they all have issues. They're kind of like the misfits team. So, of course, Neil would fit right in. Andrew, he has a twin. Just trauma. And so there's drama. They have a nurse, like a team nurse, Abby, who also like makes meals, and some of the team was living with her. So it's very much a dysfunctional but found family is a big thing in here. So yeah, not the best writing. Some problematic word choices and phrases, but I'm still enjoying it. So I'm gonna pause here because of course, the sun has been out today when it's been just overcast and rainy, but I do see some clouds and like I want to go for a walk. So I had stopped to change out some laundry and I put on sunscreen and I've already taken a Claritin. So I'm going to put in my relic of a book depository bookmark. Do y'all remember book depository? Wow. And okay, so then I'm gonna go for a walk and probably have lunch and then I'm gonna get back to this. So do I think I can finish this today? I don't know. Maybe if I do nothing else today, then maybe I can focus on this. I don't know. So that's where we're at. I was leaning forward in my chair, almost fell over. Anyway, I have made it to page 154. So I am flying through this. I have had this headache though that's been like right here for a few days and I don't know what it is. It's bothering me, but yeah, I have less than 100 pages left to go. Here's the thing though, I kind of need to run to the store. So it is currently, for some reason, I still have my laptop in Pacific time. I don't even know. I wasn't even living in Pacific. Don't ask. So it's 10. So it's 4:25. It's 4:25 p.m. I kind of need to go to the store because like the sink is acting stupid and I'm like, I need some Drano. And a couple other things. Like I didn't make a full list of things. I don't do like full out shops like I would do it in the States because our fridge is really small. So I usually buy stuff for a couple meals. I go to the store multiple times a week. But I think I was just going to do spaghetti for dinner and I already have stuff for that. So I'm like, but then I don't have any eggs to eat tomorrow. I was like, I kind of just want to go to the store tomorrow, but like, or maybe I just tell Andrew to get some Drano on his way home. Maybe I'll do that. And then I can just keep reading. Because although the store is close, just like getting dressed, going out to the car, blah, 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 driving there. I get distracted with stuff, coming back. It just takes time. You know, it ends up being like an hour and a half instead of a quick little jaunt. So I think maybe I'll do that. Excuse me. I might go find some aspirin though, and then get back to reading this. But yeah, there's so many times where I'm like, oh, this would be, ooh, author canceled. This is so problematic. And I know that this book has fans. I remember that it was probably some words we don't use in our vernacular very much anymore. They're looked down upon. And several of those are in here. And also, basically them drugging homeboy last night. They go out to the club. Oh, but it's just so messy. And it's been so long since I've read this that I don't remember much. Like, I remember the setup, but I don't remember how this book ends. I don't remember like other things that are revealed, because I have read the original 3. And I think the author has come out with, hold on. I knew there was another one, but I feel like somebody told me there was more than one more. So who is this? Nora Sakovic? Oh my God. There's a book 4 and 5. So she had a book 4 come out in 2024. Then 2025, she had a book 5. And now says there's a book 6. When does that come out? It doesn't have a cover. That's crazy. I didn't realize that. I only knew about the Sunshine Court. Oh, are we getting another perspective? I might have to if this keeps going, well, we'll see on 3. But anyway, basically, I don't know if this was originally fan fiction, and I don't know of who it would be, but it's like, this is like a good tier fan fiction writer writing. Like, it needs some polishing still, but like it's not like, oh, okay, I know you're 11 writing fan fictions, you know what I'm saying? The way it's written and like how toxic some of these people are, and yeah, just look at this nice Amazon printing. I just lost my page. I just don't know what to say about it that's not spoilery, but know that this is sports mess, queer problematicness in a book. I've had a shower, I'm all oiled up, and I'm having a snack. This is vanilla Greek yogurt. This one, look, the options, not great. Anyway, I put a little bit of cinnamon and vanilla bean paste. That's what's on the top. And then it's my berry, I almost said kombucha. That's not it. Chia seed jam underneath. And so I'm going to eat that, and then I'm going to get back to reading, because I'm now determined to finish this book today. Oh my gosh. I'm on 218, so I don't have that much left. And I forgot something that happens. Oh shit. Somebody from the past coming. Now she knows she was wrong. This lady on this TV show to be surprising people. Ooh, my gosh. I'm trying to finish before Andrew gets home, but I don't think I will. I might have a little bit left after dinner to read, but I'm definitely going to be able to finish this today. Look what you can do when you put your mind to it and you ignore all of your other responsibilities. Hello, it's me. Never afraid to bring you a low quality video, because I'm in the bed. I can't reach it. I finished the Foxhole Court. Wow, what a fun, ratchet time. That's what it is. You do not go into this book thinking, oh my God, it's going to be amazing writing. It's going to be like foundational, life-changing stories, complex topics. No, you're going in for mess. Look, you're going in for mess. Simple writing, drama, a little bit of the sports. We got, kind of some crime involvement, people on medication. We got a band of misfits. I really don't know who to recommend it to. I think if you like fan fiction, you might like it. And again, mess. Somebody died. Oh my God, I don't remember that. So that was a good time. So I rated this in 2017 when I read it 5 stars. Would I rate it 5 stars this time? It's a strong 4, a very strong 4. I'll leave my rating on Goodreads, but like I still really enjoyed that. I had a good time. I read the majority of it in one day. So I love this so far. We've got 2 for 2. Per. Hello. It is, I don't know what day it is, but I finished the FOXHOLE Court, not yesterday, the day before. And then yesterday I was reading something else. But today we're starting book 3, which is Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. I need to look up the pronunciation. I remember sobbing at this, and this is young adult historical fiction, and the print is very big. And some of the later chapters, there will be like a sentence on the page. So I don't know. It's like 12 something now. I went on a walk. I had coffee on my walk. I went on a coffee walk. Then I did some stretching. And so now I'm going to take a shower. It's very warm today. It's supposed to get up to 81 degrees. This room still feels cool at the moment though. So I'm going to take a shower and then I'm going to get in bed and read for the rest of the day. I do have a live with Mara. Then I'm going to take a break to do. And then this is my only plan for the rest of the day, to sit in bed and probably cry. I know some people don't pay attention to maps in books, but I do, whether it's fantasy or like this one, historical fiction. So I was looking at the map in the front, which is mostly of Germany. Hold on. I'm trying to keep my place, but it's like Germany and Poland, but also has East Prussia and Lithuania and the Baltic Sea. You can see up there as well. And then at the bottom is formerly Czechoslovakia. And so then they're talking about something where someone is from, and I looked that up because I'm looking on the map and I see Lvov marked there, but then I was looking on Google Maps and it wasn't coming up in Poland, and then it's like Lviv, pardon my pronunciations, that's in Ukraine. So then I had to read a Wikipedia article to see that it was part of Poland and now it's part of Ukraine. So anyway, I just find that fascinating. So I've read 100 pages, and the chapters are really short. It alternates between 4 POVs, so that's making it go by really fast. I would have been further, but I kind of fell asleep. Had a little nap. I got real comfortable. Got this ambient room on. I got real cozy. But this book is like 390 pages, right under. So I think that I can finish this today. So there's 4 POVs. It's 4 teenagers. 4 secrets. We're in 1945. It's the winter, and so they're all from a different country, and they're all fleeing, and they all have a different backstory. They're all hiding something, and so yeah, each chapter is like 2 or 3 pages. Are really short. We're jumping between their POVs. Like they start out separately, and then they come together, like physically, like where they are. And so one secret of someone just got revealed, and then there's still some other things the other 3 are hiding. And yeah, it's very, obviously it's YA, so it's written, I think this is especially really approachable book because the sentences are really short and the chapters are really short, so it just makes you feel like you're just flying through it, which you are, because it's just not a lot. So like, I feel like it's still a good book, but it is really for a YA audience, like written for a YA audience. And yeah, so I've already, looked up some geography and stuff, and I don't remember what happens, because she wrote this specifically because this disaster was one that's not widely spoken about. So like, I know that bad things happen, but I don't remember all of the details so I will know those once I get there. But I'm going to take a lunch break. I just have some leftover spaghetti I'm going to eat, and then I'm going to get back to reading. Gourmet. One of the POVs, this kid, he is in the German army. And most of his POV is like writing a letter back to this girl back home. But it's so funny how it's written, because he writes his letter saying all of these things and how important he is and how essential he is to the mission, and like how proud he is. And then you see him in real time, not in the letter, hiding. having like, he's just given shit tasks. Like he's one of the lowest rank. He's just doing little busy work. So I just appreciate that perspective. It's very interesting. Also, just fucking sad. God. It's 10 o'clock. I'm in bed now, finishing this audiobook, and I totally forgot about this part. This reveal for the one kid. His might be the worst secret of them all. My God. Okay. Reading vlog. So last night I finished Soul to the Sea, but it was like dark. I was laying in bed. I didn't feel like recording my update. Also, I just finished washing my water bottle. So if you haven't, when's the last time you washed yours? This is your sign to go wash it now. Damn it, Jessica. I can never just get the damn thing. Okay, so I think this is still a great book. I rated it 5 stars. I'm gonna leave the rating. I didn't get like physically as emotional as I remember reading it the first time, maybe just because I know sad things were coming. I have learned a lot more about the world and atrocities across the world since then, but still, it's still really heartbreaking to read. Just obviously this is historical fiction, but you know, there were young adults who this was their reality during World War II, and it's just so heartbreaking to think about, and all of the people that had to suffer because of, you know, white supremacy. And especially once we got, like, it's heartbreaking the entire time, right? Because you know the setting. And then all of these kids, they all have a secret, and as we're learning those, your heart is breaking for all of these things they're carrying with them, and to be this young and to be in this world at the time. One of the people's secrets, I didn't remember all of them, but like some of them were revealed, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Well, one of them, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? It was insane. And then especially once they're on the ship and they feel like they're so close to, you know, a safer place. And it's not a spoiler because this book is about the disaster, the maritime disaster that was the Willem Gooseloff. Oh, that's when it gets real bad, and you're just like, my God. And because I'm a very visual person, everything that was described, I'm just like seeing it play out in my mind. I don't know where I was because I paused to put up dishes, but yeah, it was just really, once they're on the ship and you're getting the breakdown of what is happening to all of them, and as the ship is sinking, and oh my God, it was a lot. It was a lot. I think I like her approach to writing the story from young adults perspectives, and I know that her father, Ruta Sepetys, was a immigrant from Lithuania during that time, so that's why, you know, one of the big reasons she wrote this story and some of the others that she's written, because she just primarily writes young adult historical fiction. So I still, even though I think it's really written for a young adult audience, like especially the style is written, very short chapters. It's very fast paced, very like short in sentences, but it's just easy to understand, and it does a great job at just conveying the heartbreak, the sadness, the disparity. And so I think it's great for both young adult and adult audiences, especially because it's something that's just so not well known as other things. Like we all know about Titanic. I think the Lusitania is another really big maritime disaster that we talk about, but this one had way more casualties. Not saying that lessens the impact of the Titanic, but for all the things I knew about World War II before I read this book. I never heard of this. This really atrocious mass loss of life. So still holding up. Jessica from 10 years ago had great taste, and I have one more book to go, and I think we're going to be 4 for 4, and that's what? I'm so stoked. I was really worried. I don't know why I would be worried. I got good says. Anyway, I'm making breakfast. And so Illuminae is my 4th and final one for this vlog. It is a bit longer. I have the physical. I own the audio. So I will be doing a hybrid read because that is such a good experience. And so I'm going to do some of that today. I doubt that I'll finish it, but I would like to get a good chunk of it read today. And yeah. Okay, you are in a really weird position because I don't want you to see this. I have a tank top on. No bra. And love this, pimple patches. Anyway, I got 200 pages into Illuminae yesterday, and I love this. I know that Jay Kristoff is like some like edgelord, whatever weirdo, and has appropriated some cultures in other books, but I love this, and he co-wrote with Amy Kaufman. I remember before I ever read it, I used to see this book in half-price books all the time, and I just thought it was so weird, and I would open it and I was so thrown off because I had never read a book with mixed media before, or at least not like this whole thing. Like there are some parts where it's like longer text, and that's usually like someone's letter or email, but this is like, and especially for when this was published, I'm surprised publishers put in this much work. Okay, so this was published in 2015. I'm just surprised they put in this much work to make such a unique book, but maybe because at the time there really weren't a lot of things like this, but it's literally set up like a dossier. And so some big thing has happened, and we're reading like the documents of these like interviews, emails recorded, like tech, or basically like instant messaging, things that have been recorded from people. And so you'll have like things like this. And and it's a full cast audio. So it's so amazing. And you got classified, things like this. But even in the book, it'll include like posters that are around the station. I'm trying to find one. Like there's some casualties, and they have this massive like casualty list. And I remember they have like some popular YA authors in here. Like I know Leigh Bardugo's name is on here. And they have like all of these images of like the people from the thing. And then some of the pages are like this. There was one that had like, it was like a poster like this that's like around the ship. And then as you get into the later things, there's even more once we get with Aiden, which is like the artificial technology. I don't know if it's in this one, but I definitely know it's in like Gemini. There's even more. Yes, here we go. Stuff like this. Like the text is like this. I just love this, and it still holds up to me. We've got an illegal settlement, and something's happening. Like basically they're trying to get rid of the evidence of this, but people survive and escape. And now it's like, okay, what happened? Why were they trying to get rid of this? What are they trying to cover up? But then there's also an outbreak of a very contagious thing that is catching, and it's making people really paranoid and really violent, and obviously they're trapped on a ship. Great. So anyway, I paced 200, and I've just finished editing. I'm up here sweating. Actually, it's a little cooler as I'm sitting with my 3 fans. So I'm gonna read some more of this. I need to finish this today. Basically this week I need to read a book a day. Bye.
Each hostiles and destroy. Acknowledge. Roger that, Alexander. Walk in the park. Alpha flight. This is Alpha Actual. Weapons free on my mark. Attack pattern Ragnarok. Acknowledge.
Surugi, acknowledged.
Disco acknowledged. Viper acknowledged.
Black Widow, acknowledged.
Go, go, go. Jesus Christ, they're everywhere. Delta, get on the clock. Who the hell is flying that thing? Inbound, inbound. Someone get this book out of my line of fire.
I can't take them. Oh God.
So part of Illuminae, there's this AI. His name is Aiden. Its name is Aiden, excuse me. And I'm just like, have any of these tech bros read, watched, anything. There's so much out here about it. Obviously they're fictional, but I think we can learn a lot from fiction, especially science fiction. And I'm just like, my God. I love this book though. Okay, I have been meaning to record the end of this vlog, and so you're just gonna get editing Jessica realness because I forgot. There's a fan over there, there's a fan behind me, the window's open, it's hot. I got mini beverages and pimple patches on. We're just here to talk about the books, which all are downstairs, and I cannot walk back down there. So anyway, full recap, or actually I need to give you my final thoughts on Illuminate and then full recap of doing this rereading vlog. I'm sorry I'm holding the phone so close. I don't have much clothing. Okay. I loved Illuminate. 5 out of 5, still amazing, still a banger. The mixed media, well, the hybrid reading experience is elite. I love it so much. I am just still so impressed of how unique a story it was when it came out, and it still is very to me. I love all of the different things, the text messages, the memos, someone reviewing the footage, the full cast, incredible. Aiden, oh my God. I was listening to it. I sent a voice note to my friend and I was like, I know the tech bros they must have consumed no media about artificial intelligence, like no movies, no books, because, oh my God. Aiden is so creepy, but such a good character. I think this is one of the first stories where I really read an artificial intelligence as a character, and it's just so well done. So like, regardless of Jake Rousseau as a person, and I don't really know about Amy Kaufman, banger. And the problem now is that both with Illuminate and with the Foxhole Court, I want to continue reading, and I'm like, I need to read other things, but I want to continue rereading this series. So the next one after Illuminate is Gemini, and then I already have the audiobook for that one too, so I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna have to fit that in. I want to reread it. So outstanding. Overall, this tells me that my tastes are immaculate. And my 10 years ago, things that were bangers, still bangers today. Now, obviously the Monster Calls, I feel like I knew what it was, like the monster and stuff like that, so there wasn't as much surprise, but it still is such a good novel. What did I read next? The Foxhole Court, a messy boots, okay? Would I say this time is 5 stars? No, I just left the rating. I would say it's a really strong 4-star, but like, it just grabs you because you want to know what the fuck is going on with these crazy people. Salt of the Sea, still phenomenal, still hard-hitting, still heart-wrenching, still a 5 out of 5. So emotional, so sad, and just, I think a great way to tell that story. And then Illuminate, like I just said. So 4 out of 4 for me. This, oh my God. But of course, it's because I'm looking back at Past Me. And Past Me didn't let me down. Purr. So thanks to Books and Lala. It's not like I just borrowed your idea, but obviously I've been crediting. And this is fun, and I want to do it more often. And I used to be more of a rereader, and then as I got into BookTube, I've been trying to obviously read a lot more things, and so I haven't made as much time for rereading, and this just reminded me why I love rereading and that I need to continue. And there's so many books that I would love to reread. And I have another video idea that I'm borrowing. I was inspired by from Books and Lala that is coming. And so this was really fun and it was a success. So do you reread? Please tell me. And thank you for watching. Stay blessed, hydrated, moisturize, and sunscreen. I'll see you in my next one. Oh, as we in Europe are in a heat wave, truly, please stay hydrated. I currently have, excuse the mess, a liquid IV, an iced coffee, and a water. So, I'll see you in my next one.